Folks, if you want the greatest tasting beef, you need to grind it yourself. I'm going to show you how to do it in this video. That is the Beast. Now, the first step is taking 2 rather large peeled shallots. No magic here. We just need to get these cut in half into some planks and then minced finely. These are going to add incredible flavor to this Beast steak burger. You're going to see as this video moves right along. So just get in there and mince these up. You don't want giant pieces, and that is key. We're not trying to have diced onions. So minced onions. This is flat leaf Italian parsley, carefully washed. I can't say that enough. You have to make sure there's no sand in it. Mince this stuff down too. Then in your lovely non-stick skillet, a teeny bit of grapeseed oil goes in. That skillet's on a medium-high heat. And then in go the shallots. And what we're going to do is start to cook off the rawness. Now, these don't need to cook for 25 minutes. This is literally like 3 or 4 minute process at best. What that does is start to bring out some of the sweetness in those shallots, bring a little color that you can see there, and makes them not raw, because we don't want raw onions or shallots or anything going into our burger. Turn off the heat, put in your minced parsley, and just mix this around. Now, that is going to be one of your major flavor components of this burger. So set this stuff aside, let it cool, and you're done with this portion of the recipe. Now, like I said, if you want to make a great burger, one that you can eat medium rare and not worry, you need to grind your own meat. So here I take some chuck, and what I'm doing is just cutting off the really big pieces of fat. Now, this is a fatty cut of meat regardless, but I'm just taking off some big chunks of fat and tossing any size chunk into the bowl. This is all going to be ground together. Now, these are short ribs, and these have the bone in them. So what you can see me do here is just slicing down against the bone that's in the short ribs. And you can see that once I cut it off there, that is just bone material. So that's great for making stock. Now here is your short rib, and you see all that lovely marbling. That's what makes these things amazing. And this burger is going to be amazing. However, it's covered in silver skin. That's not just fat. That will not melt. The surface fat will melt, but that kind of bluish looking stuff, that's silver skin. That needs to come off. So you just poke the tip of your knife, and then you hold on tight. You can use a rag here if you need to, and you'll see when the knife goes through and my hand gets out of the way that you can remove that silver skin. You do not want that in there, because that is just, no matter how long you cook it, it will be chewy. So remove the silver skin, throw in the chunks of short rib on top of the chuck that's already in there, and then you need to set up your meat grinder. Now, I am very, very careful with my meat grinder, making sure that it is completely sanitized between each use, and that includes bleach. So grind the meat to the coarse setting, and there you have it in the bowl. It's about 2.25, 2.5 pounds of meat. Season it with smoked paprika. That brings massive flavor to this. And then salt. So it's not a complicated steak burger. Freshly ground high quality meat, paprika, smoked paprika rather, salt, and then the lovely combination, pepper too, of course. The lovely combination that we made earlier is going to go on top of this mixture, and that is your finely minced parsley and shallots. Now, this combination of simple seasonings is going to take this burger to a whole new level. So what we want to do is now get that mixture in there. You can see that it's cooled off. And the important thing here is making sure that this is evenly incorporated. You don't want to have half the burger without any of the loveliness in it and the other half loaded with it. So you'll see that once this mixture is in there, I kind of do a good job spreading it around. And I take a little bit of time here. Now, I am not packing this mixture very tightly. You don't want a burger that's super tight. Once it's already mixed up, I make them into balls. Those are about the size of a tangerine, a little larger maybe, and that produces a good beefy burger there. And then what I do is layer them between little pieces of parchment paper, and these were actually covered in plastic wrap and cooked a little later. It's a great way to store them. Now you can see my Swiss Diamond grill pan. This is an amazing pan. This thing holds the heat, and it allows for an incredible char, and nothing sticks to it. and it's got great raised grill thingies there, and you'll see when I flip this burger. Check this action out. See that nice grill mark? That is perfect. And those onions get some, the shallots get some nice caramelization on them. And here is the burger. I cooked it to a medium rare. You cook it as long as you like. You can even mark it on either side and then take the whole pan and put it into a 375-degree oven because the handle is oven safe. So it's no problem. You can pop it in the oven and finish it that way. But this one is medium rare. I don't do that with any meat unless I know where it came from, and that means grinding it yourself. So you can see there a little chipotle mayonnaise on top, which is amazing stuff. And you just cut into this thing, and this is a big meal. You paleo eaters out there, that is almost a half pound of meat, maybe a little less, but it's a lot. And the flavors are incredible. So I hope you give this one a try. I know you're going to love it.